Hello, dear audience. I hope you've had a really good week, or if your week is still going on, I hope it's going great so far. Many of you already know me. You may have seen me on television, you may have watched my talk show, or maybe you've seen me on stage doing stand-up comedy. My name is Ellen DeGeneres. I'm 67 years old, I live in California, and these days I spend my time creating content, working on different creative projects, and enjoying a quieter life after television. In this podcast, I want to tell my life story in English, and I want to tell it in a way that is clear, simple, and perfect for your level. This episode is not only about my life, but also about helping you learn English in a natural way, especially for listening and speaking. If this kind of English learning feels useful to you, you can support the channel in a very simple way. Like this video and subscribe to English Mini Talks channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future episodes made just like this. Before I start my story, I want to share 10 very useful words with you. These words are connected to my life, and at the same time, they are very common in everyday English, so you can easily use them when you talk about your own life. The first word is childhood. Repeat after me. Childhood. This word refers to the time when someone is a child, and we often use it when we talk about early memories and experiences. For example, I can say, "My childhood was not perfect, but it shaped who I am today." The second word is family. Please repeat, family. We use this word to talk about parents, siblings, and the people who raise and support us. In my story, this sounds like, "My family played an important role in my life, even during difficult times." The third word is career. A lot of learners pronounce this word wrong, so pay attention and repeat after me. Career. Career means the work you do over a long period of your life, not just one job for a short time. So I can say, "My career in comedy didn't start fast, it grew slowly over the years." The fourth word is discover. Repeat after me. Discover. This word means finding something new about yourself, often something you didn't plan. In my case, I discovered my love for comedy when I realized how much I enjoyed making people laugh. The fifth word is struggle. Please repeat. Struggle. We use struggle to describe a difficult period in life when things are not easy and you have to keep trying. For example, I struggled for many years before I became successful. The sixth word is decision. Decision. A decision is a choice you make, especially when the choice is important or hard. In my life, coming out was one of the hardest decisions I ever made. The seventh word is failure. Please repeat after me. Failure. Failure means that something does not work the way you hoped. However, failure is often part of learning. For example, I experienced failure in my career, but I learned from it. The eighth word is confidence. Repeat. Confidence. This word means believing in yourself and your abilities. For me, performing stand-up comedy helped me build confidence over time. The ninth word is opportunity. The pronunciation of this word is a bit tricky. Please listen carefully and repeat after me. Opportunity. Opportunity. We use opportunity to talk about a good chance to do something important. In my story, getting my own talk show was a big opportunity for me. And the 10th word is influence. Say it, influence. Influence means the power to affect other people's thoughts or actions. That's why I say, I hope my story can influence people to be more honest and kind. Now that you understand these words, let me tell you my story. My full name is Ellen Lee DeGeneres, and I was born on January 26, 1958, in Metairie, Louisiana, in the United States. I grew up in a fairly normal American family. However, my childhood was not always easy. My father, Ellen DeGeneres, worked as an insurance agent, and my mother, Elizabeth, was a speech therapist, so communication and language were always important in our home. When my parents divorced, my family life changed a lot, and because of that experience, I learned early that life doesn't always go as planned. While I was growing up, I didn't dream about becoming famous, but I did notice that I loved humor and making people laugh, because laughter helped me feel more comfortable and connected to others. After high school, I didn't immediately find my path, so I worked many different jobs, such as office work, restaurant jobs, and even painting houses. And during this time, I slowly discovered that comedy was what truly made me happy. When I started doing stand-up comedy, it was exciting but also very scary, because sometimes people laughed and sometimes they didn't. And although I failed many times, I decided to continue. In the 1990s, I finally made my own TV show called Ellen, and while it brought success, it also led to one of the biggest moments of my life. For a while, my career slowed down. However, I didn't give up, and later I was given another opportunity, the Ellen DeGeneres Show, which started in 2003. That show became a major success and stayed on television for many years, and through it, I was able to influence millions of people by sharing kindness, humor, and acceptance. In today's episode, you listened to a real-life story while you were learning English in a natural and meaningful way, because the words and expressions were part of a real experience and not just separate examples. As a result, your brain was able to understand how English works in context, and this makes remembering new language much easier. Learning English through stories is powerful because stories give meaning to words and show you how ideas are connected. When you listen to this kind of content regularly, your listening skills improve, and at the same time, you begin to feel more confident using English to talk about your own life, since you already have real examples in your mind. Remember that learning a language is a process, so you don't need to be perfect or fast. Even if some days feel difficult, progress is still happening as long as you keep practicing and stay consistent. If you trust the process and continue step by step, your English will improve naturally over time. If you found this episode helpful, please like the podcast, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who is also learning English, because your support helps this channel grow and create more useful episodes for you. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.